Come on, rude boy, won't you give it up? Darude boy, Darude. Digga what, digga me, digga who, digga you, digga Darude for Finland. Are you guys ready to talk about it? Let's do this. Martin Garrix in the Netherlands, David Guetta in France, and Darude in Finland. Yes, we have a A-class top-flight DJ headed to the song contest in 2019. Finland has surprised us. He, of course, is known for the global hit Sandstorm, making us party like it's 1999. You guys, I need your first impressions. Deban.
Make them global hits. I Ran So Far Away was a massive hit. I'll be next to you. Killed it, honey. Feel the beat. Can you feel the beat? Feel the beat. Feel the beat. I'm loving this.
But does Angus feel the beat in London?
I do feel the beat. I mean, he's a massive name. This has generally been the one this year, probably the first act that I've gone to and been like, guys, Darude's not anything in. And also people know, like, this is getting national media attention. The press are all over it. I think, Finland is playing big this year. This is a huge name for them to score. And yeah, I mean, Sandstorm, everyone knows that instrumental when it gets going. Like, you can't not remember the melody from that song. So I think this is a huge play and massive news out of Finland that I don't think anyone was expecting.
No, and this is what I love about Finland. One year you can have a rock group in latex masks. Another year you can have, I don't know, a woman who's famous in Britain for being on the X Factor, dressing up as a monster. You can have, a group with a very serious message, a group living with special needs, rocking out. And then you can have Darude, an amazing DJ with Sandstorm. I just want to give you some history quickly. Number 1 spot on the Finnish dance chart for 17 consecutive weeks. 17.
Point out, that was also replicated in Norway and the United Kingdom, where Sandstorm peaked at number 1. Subsequent singles ended up slaying on every level. This guy has hits all the way from the US of A to Australia. Bring it on.
You guys, how many inches is this? It's 12 inches because he had the world's biggest selling 12-inch single in 2000. Okay, this is all important. Our dude is commercial. He's got this mainstream... Let me put this in Eurovision terms. He's like Cascada when they were big. Like a big dance phenomenon.
He's a big deal. He is a big deal. I mean, progressive, uplifting, trigger happy sort of Euro dance vibe. It's also quite hardcore, because he does a lot of those mixes and stuff. This guy, he is a big deal. He plays at huge festivals and arenas all over the world. He's so in demand, from Dubai to Ibiza. Girl, I'm feeling this.
Is Angus feeling it in North London?
Absolutely. I mean, I think his record and reputation speaks for itself. He has almost 2 million Spotify streams a month, which most Eurovision acts don't actually get to until kind of the May month of the competition. So he's definitely popular as name recognition. I think really this will come down to the songs, because that's all that matters. And also, as much as people love Sandstorm, that was 20 years ago now. So you've got to see what they bring forward to the competition. What they bring is new. And I suppose, as much as I am excited by the name and excited to listen to him, Finland has a somewhat checkered history with upbeat songs in the contest. I mean, you look at people like Sanja, Waldo's People, 2009, even Krista Secrets, God bless her, God love her, how fantastic that song was, finished 24th, I think. So there's not a lot of track record to put on here. However, he is an expert that is...
honey. They won with Lordi. I just need to put that out there. I think let's not just forget the victories and focus on the doldrums. They won with Lordi.
Oh, absolutely they did. And that was a whole different genre of music. And I also think, as I was going to say, as we often like to, I think Darude can really elevate the quality of stuff that they're bringing. He is a huge name. And also, DJs are among the biggest music acts in the world. Like, I think Calvin Harris was one of the top stream people last year. Granted, he's not Calvin Harris. However, I think, dance music is popular, the trance song, and also, expect the unknown. He's a huge name. We haven't heard the songs yet, but, Finland specializes in doing something left field. Nobody else expected this, so yeah, I'm excited to hear it, but there are notes of caution.
So some funny notes for you guys. When you listen to his songs, it's almost like you're in The Legend of Zelda in the club, Super Mario Smash Brothers in the club. And he actually worked early in his career at a video game company, which might explain why he has such a digi sound. He got into house, he got into trance, but he's going to be pairing his sound with the vocals of Sebastian, what's his last name?
We'll go Rejman.
Rejman. And
From the Giant Leap.
From the Giant Leap, exactly. A pop rock band. So we're melding the video game sound with commercial rock. Oh, this is gonna be explosive.
It is. For me, that is the slight unfortunate angle to this competition, because it is a closed shop with 3 of his numbers. I would have liked 3 different distinct collaborations with 3, sort of emerging artists, rather than all of them being with Sebastian. I would have liked Darude to have underscored or to score all 3 compositions, but keep them individual. Then that really gives a really exciting flavor of what he has to offer.
Yeah, I think actually this could really go one of 2 ways. A lot of people, if you go on the post on our site, in the comments are drawing parallels to 2 acts. Joust from Norway in 2017, and then perhaps less fortunately, Grome and Lucas Major from last year's competition.
Which
and,
was
we've
not
seen
major.
This, which did not go well.
Did it light you up, though?
Unfortunately not, and clearly not Europe either. However, the joust thing worked particularly well for Norway. I think the Scandinavians really get dance music, and Darude does. So this could be really magical. I think the other thing for me is we have to see what the staging looks like, because we have seen DJ static behind DJ decks, a male vocalist standing at the front. I think this is going to need movement and something novel in the staging to make it stand out. The other thing that also comes to mind, a lot of people saying, is they're in the first half of the first semi-final. Producers love to kick off the show with a bang, and pending how Tamta from Cyprus and her song comes across, this could be the big explosive firework they use to kick off the show. So there's lots to think about here.
To Deban's earlier point about working with 3 different artists, I think that would have created an unhealthy competition. There could have been people trying to blackmail Darude behind the scenes. There could have been ugly scenes at Uuden Musiikan Kilpailu, lots of tears, where at least this way they're both in it together all the way, holding hands. We've actually seen a video from 2017 on Darude's Facebook page, and it shows him recording with Sebastian. Sebastian sings his unique take on Ave Maria. Roll the tape.
About right there.
Now, obviously, they're just joking with that. He ain't gonna sing no kind of choral music, but again, maybe he will. Maybe he will, because you don't know what Darude does, because Darude mixes it up. I want to read you guys a comment from one of our readers and get your take, both of you. Tihar H says, and he's referring to Sandstorm, I hated the song back then and I hate it now. And this is now mixed with commercial rock. Finland, why do you insist on giving me a headache every year now? Why can you not go back to 2017? That's Blackbird. I know you did not qualify in 2017. That was unfair, but you almost did. There is no reason for going ballistic. Keep up the good work.
Doesn't count, really and truly. I think we need to just have that as the basis on which we work from. Almost doesn't count. Darude is used to playing super large crowds, music festivals. He can play in a club of just 100 VIPs to a stadium full of like 22,000 people. He's used to the really grueling schedules of Eurovision. You know what? All we Eurovision fans, we always say, oh, you know what, we would like to kind of lap over a big name. You got it. He is a huge deal. I mean, he's really in the caliber of DJ Tiesto, Armand van Helden, Paul van Dyk, David Guetta, you've got Calvin Harris. They are in that stable of the best dance DJs around the world who have been working since the 90s and still slaying, on every stage. I think he's going to be brilliant. I just hope that it won't be as unfortunate as DJ Bobo going out, hanging out with vampires on a stage. I just feel like he should just do his own thing, pretend spin the tracks, or just be like super cool like he is in his music videos, just kind of like totally aloof, and let Sebastian do his thing. It's a very interesting mix, actually, because Sebastian's sort of musical origins are very pop rock, and DJ Tiesto is anything but sort of futuristic Euro trance. How this will merge still remains the question on everyone's mind.
David Guetta, wake me up. That male vocalist with that production, amazing. Sorry, Angus, please go ahead.
No, absolutely. I think bluntly, DJ Bobo is at this point ancient history. That's another contest. That's another lifetime ago. And actually, the two of them did a song in 2016 called Moments, I believe, or it came out 2016. So anyway, and that's very promising. It's very modern. It's a good kind of dance sound. And you're absolutely right, Deban, to talk about kind of star power, star quality. This is what we beg for year after year, and this is what Finland is betting on. So for 2017, Normal John Blackbird, loved the song at the time, didn't make it out of the semi-final, and everyone thought it was going to. So no wonder Finland has stepped away from it. I think, you have to gamble hard and really go for it. Finland is one of these countries that has a somewhat sporadic history of qualification, then by no means a dead cert. So why not let big and go home? I think this could be very promising and modern and poppy. I just think, DJ-wise, I really just so hard against the idea of him being behind the decks. And we're jumping the gun a bit because we don't know what the songs sound like, what the two of them want to do together. But yeah, I think staging is the concern. Let's listen to the music, because I think the music could be very good. He's very talented at what he does. Let's see if they strike magic. I have no concerns on the partnership. 2
points, Hunty and Hunty. Darude's music video for Sandstorm, it's so action-packed. It's like a video game. The motion, the energy, the thrusting, the moving, the running. He can give a stage show. All of his videos
games have never been more popular.
Amen. When Sergei Lazarev climbed that wall in 2016, it was mimicking Super Mario Brothers 1989. Okay.
How many memes came out of that?
How many memes? My second point, and this could be a point of concern for many people, Darude's biggest hit doesn't have any vocals. There is no voice. So the uncertain element is how Sebastian will meld with the magic of Darude and what will come out. Will Uden Musiken Kilpalu slay or be slayed? This is the question, and ultimately it's down to Sebastian and what he can do with Darude's magic.
Equally though, you talk about words and instrumental. Norway won with a song that I think had 24 words in it, or 24 seconds of lyrics, 1995.
It's been done before.
Nocturne, honey.
Honey, it was done 2 decades ago. I feel like it can be time for the song to come back here. I feel like I've had a lot of negatives throughout. I am overall very excited about this. People are hyped. The national media are getting attention for this. But that also means expectations are sky high. So let's wait for the first song on February 8th, see what's going on. But the partnership, have no problems with. I think this can be good. And, ultimately, props to Finland for going big, because they could, have gone back to a national selection with a bunch of people we've never heard of and gambled on the songs. Instead, they have gone for expertise. So let's trust in the man's talents.
This guy spins it out. A flock of seagulls sang I Ran So Far Away, but he did, what he did is he brought in Blake Lewis, put in a bit of vocal distortion, made it a massive hit. Next to You is nothing but vocals, looping and looping and looping. Agreed. This will be very difficult to translate live because there's a lot of vocal compression and there's a lot of vocal distortion, but he's got the brief. He's got the briefing pack. He knows what he has to do for Eurovision. And you know what? It would be very short-sighted of us to think that, just because somebody does one thing, then that's all he's capable of. Darude is a man of many stripes. Second point, Tel Aviv exhibition ground. How many thousand people? He's going to kill it. the 10th anniversary of wiwibloggs with a special Wiwi Jam edition. Who's going to close this party out? It's
Darude.
So you know what? Chatter all you want. We're going to see him in the finals. I have complete faith in this. I'm so happy. You know, Finland, YLE, you guys have done a great job. I'm loving this format of we decide who's going to sing. Now you can pick the songs.
Final points from me. We are going to the Middle East, to Israel, to the beautiful, the Holy Land, the Promised Land. There are deserts nearby. There is sand in deserts. So how appropriate to send a singer whose greatest hit is called Sandstorm. He's going to bring the storm. He's going to bring the heat. And I'm going to put on my SPF 50. That is 50 because I do not want to be burned. There are only two men, really, in the world today who can produce good trance music. Paul van Dyk
and Darude.
Darude. I mean, it's really, these are the two options.
A Rude Boy.
Come on, Rude Boy, give it up. Final question for each of you to take us out. 20 years too late for Eurovision or right on time, Angus?
So hard. Let's go right on time. Let's be positive. Right on time. I think he has a great sound. He's an established artist. And this is uncharted territory for Finland. This is a huge star for them. So let's be positive about the gamble. Play to win.
When your moment is timeless, you can pick and choose when you decide to make an entrance. You know what? I would have loved him in the year 2000, but I'm lapping him up in 2019, keeping it real. The guy hasn't even aged. He looks the same. He looks frozen in time. I'm loving everything about this. Honestly, this is such a big deal.
I have to sneeze. Sorry, there's sand in the air. There is sand up in my flap. In any case, that is what we think. What do you think? Are you excited that Darude is coming to Eurovision 2019? Will you be going to Uuden Muskan Kilpailu in Finland? What genre do you hope he sings in? And is Sebastian up to the same level? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you get all our fabulous videos.
And we're on multiple social media channels and platforms, so don't run so far away. It's right next to you. Feel the beat, and yes, there's a sandstorm coming.
Oh, final point. You can follow me on Instagram, William Lee Adams. You can follow Angus on Instagram, Angus L. Quinn, and you can follow Deban on Instagram, Deban_Deban. Those links are in the description. We'll see you later.
Bye.